Welcome back to Jade Empire on the original Xbox. And there's some new people here that weren't here before. A bunch of scholars. Chandler. Is that his name, or is Chandler a type of title? Prefect, scholar, Chandler. What is a Chandler?
Good day to you. Are you here to help my friend, Prefect Jitong, with this little difficulty we're having? Oh, no, I suppose you aren't. Well, then I really shouldn't be speaking to you. I don't want to make his job any harder than it is already.
So Jitong's having a problem. What do you think, Chandler?
I'd love to speak with you, but Prefect Jitong gets very edgy when people question his suspects. He's looking for some dedicated citizen to help him in his investigations. If you could clear this mess up, I'd certainly be grateful.
So he's a merchant, I guess, because he's got that Flava Flav necklace that the merchants always have. Never heard the word Chandler uses anything other than the name of the guy on Friends, though. Prefect Jitong. I have heard the word prefect. I don't know exactly what it means. Something to do with some sort of official government position.
Good day, miss. Are you the new investigator I sent for? No, I can tell from your attire that you're not from the ministry. Oh, this is terrible. Everyone I send for disappears. There are powers at work here that are beyond my means to control.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I'm not being very clear. Lately, I've just been so frustrated. I am Prefect Jitong. It is my duty to ensure that convicted criminals in the city are sentenced appropriately. But there are complications with my current trial. I have in my custody a suspected slave trader, Chandler Ling. But one of the high-ranking ministers is trying to get him released, and he wants me to convict another man. The man they want to accuse, Scholar Sun Tao, is a friend of mine, and I'm certain of his innocence. I need you to find proof so I can present it to the Minister of Justice.
All right, detective work. Getting a little distracted thinking about Knights of the Old Republic had a sort of a detective trial sort of a thing. Alright, where should I start?
So, you'll help me? That's wonderful. All I need really is proof. Proof that Ling is indeed involved with the slave traders. If I can't prove Ling's guilt, I'll be forced to sentence Song Tao to death. But every time I ask someone to discover the truth, they disappear or turn up dead.
Conspiracy.
Our best lead is Zibao, the last person known to have spoken with Ling before his arrest. But Bao knows me and my men. He won't talk to us.
So, there's a high-level conspiracy. Interesting that, there's the death penalty for slave trading. What's Zibao's connection to Chandler?
I have no idea. The two men were seen together before we arrested Ling, but I have no other information about Zibao. He spends most of his time in the heart of the Empire Tavern, and he doesn't seem to have dealings with anyone else besides Chandler Ling.
Well, here's another reason to go to
If I went to speak with him, I would get nowhere. You can speak to him without raising
gladiator
suspicion.
fights, whatever they call them. The heart of the Empire Tavern, that's in the gladiator fighting arena. I forget what the actual name of it is on this game. So what about the scholar? I mean, one guy's a merchant, the other guy's a friggin' scholar. I guess the merchant is the one that's actually involved in slave trading. Just makes sense. But what about the scholar?
I've known Scholar Song Tao for several years. His uncle and my father were good friends. I only wish I knew why the governor wants him accused of this crime. If you want to know more about Song Tao, you should speak with him yourself.
And Chandler?
Chandler Ling is a well-respected businessman and merchant here in the city. Until recently, I had no reason to suspect him of any wrongdoing. When I investigated Ling's shop, I found a valuable knife that I had purposely entrusted to one of my men, a man who has since disappeared.
Oh, shit.
Chandler Ling had a knife belonging to a man whose body couldn't be found. That was all the evidence I required.
That's some really good circumstantial evidence. I just realized his name is Chandler Ling, which is awfully similar to Chandler Bing. Okay, so tell me just generally about slave traders.
I wish there was something concrete I could tell you. They're like a whisper on the wind or a shifting shadow. You think you see something, and then there's nothing. Whoever is behind the slavers must have a great deal of power. To remain that invisible is a hard thing to do.
I suppose I'll go find Zibao. However you pronounce it, I'll go find him.
Good. Look for him in the heart of the Empire Tavern. It's upstairs at the Imperial Arena. Don't scare him away. If we lose him, we lose our last connection to Ling.
Do we have time to deal with this? I didn't agree to join you so we could solve everyone else's problem.
Oh, well. There's an easy way to fix that. We'll just get the hell rid of you. Oh, I can use the Toad Boy as my follower now. I don't need him right now, though. I don't plan on doing any fights right now. Who should I bring with me while we're in the Imperial City? I'll bring Sky, my other romantic interest.
Time for a little adventure.
You betcha. Okay. Now. Chandler Ling. Are we going to end up meeting Joey Tribia Chang?
I don't know why you're wasting your time. I'm obviously innocent, and yet you still want to risk yourself needlessly.
Why are you so sure I'll be at risk?
I'm no fool. Those men haven't returned, and I can assure you it isn't because they've decided to take a holiday. Chasing after criminals is dangerous work. Obviously, there are risks involved. Why would you risk yourself when even the local minister seems content with the scholar's arrest?
How did you acquire the items belonging to Jitong's men?
In a given day, I meet with several buyers and probably twice as many sellers. There are always more sellers than buyers. My job is to determine whether something is worth buying, not whether the seller is worth buying from. If I see a bargain, I don't care who the seller is. Suffice to say, those items could be from any number of sellers. I don't recall who sold them to me, but that certainly doesn't make me guilty of slave trading.
So you're saying you're just easily used as a fence for items other people come to by nefarious means. Alright, alright. Or maybe you're possession laundering, whatever the physical equivalent of money laundering would be called. Item laundering.
What's to tell? I'm a merchant and quite a good one. My clients are usually very happy with my goods. You likely haven't heard of me simply because I have a very elite clientele. The average person on the street cannot afford the items I sell. Other than my occupation, I suspect we are very much the same, you and I, though I happen to be a little more restricted than you at the moment.
Why did he say we were the same? Is it because I'm closed fist? Why were you arrested? What were you doing?
Doing? I wasn't doing anything more than I usually do in a day's work. I was selling my wares to a few of my preferred clients. Prefect Jitong was one of them. The next thing I know, guards confiscate my goods and tell me I'm suspected of slave trading. It was likely the most ludicrous thing I've ever been told. Of course, the prefect claims that some of my items belong to his missing men, but that doesn't mean I took the items from their lifeless bodies.
Is his left eye messed up? I didn't really get a good look at it, but I feel like his left eye looked all milky or something. What do you know about Scholar Song Tao?
I can honestly say I had never met or heard of the man until he was arrested. He's obviously not wealthy enough to be one of my clients. Apparently, he spends a good deal of time with the poorer folk in the city. No doubt that's why he is under suspicion. Doesn't strike you as a bit odd? A scholar with all the benefits that position entails, choosing to spend time with the poor people. It does seem a little suspicious.
Okay, you're not really helping your case right now. Except I gotta remember I'm evil this time. Be evil. Okay, be evil. Not necessarily evil, just ruthless. Ruthless and purpose-driven. Have we asked all the questions? Tell me about the slave traders.
No more than you've heard for yourself, I'm sure. They are a myth, a rumor, really. Nobody has ever seen them, and nobody has any proof they exist.
I mean,
And
I've
yet,
seen them.
there is still a belief that they exist. Madmen terrorizing the poor and abducting the helpless. It all seems very superstitious. Abducting a person isn't like picking someone's pocket, you know. There would be evidence, signs of a struggle. But people will believe what they want to.
Man, the Imperial City... Let me say that again. The Imperial City is very sheltered. They've never seen ghosts. They've never seen slavers. I've been spending half the dang game dealing with that stuff. I am a slaver. I literally sold slaves. And I'm over here talking to this guy about how he doesn't believe there's slavers exist. Alright, enough of you.
Do what you need to. If you discover anything, it will only prove my innocence further. Good luck.
You're definitely a piece of crap. I don't know if you're guilty, but you're a piece of crap. Okay. Okay, book-learning boy, what do you got to
So
say?
you think you can free me? Prefect Jitong has sent many good men to their deaths trying to free me. I hope you won't get into similar trouble.
How do you know they're dead?
Well, that's what Jitong fears. I have no reason to doubt him. Besides, why else would the men not return and their belongings suddenly appear on the market?
Pure coincidence. It's not proof. It's purely circumstantial. Anyone will tell you that.
At any rate, it seems likely that's what has happened to the men. I feel terrible for them, but I have my own problems to deal with, as you can see.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a scholar, though still a junior scholar by most regards. I assist the philosophers and scholars with their work. It's a good life, though I can't help feeling guilty sometimes. The scholars and philosophers have many privileges, while so many live with so little. I spend my spare time in the poor quarters, helping where I can. If I have any extra money, I use it to help the people there. It's not much, but I like to think it helps.
Why were you arrested?
I don't know. I was just down in the poor quarters helping a family with some repairs on their hut. I was leaving their house when the guards came for me. They told me I was suspected of abducting people from the poor quarters. I told them it was ridiculous, that I only wanted to help the poor, but they didn't listen. I admit I spend time in the poor quarters, but I don't try to hide it. I'm there several times a week, in fact, usually in plain sight of everyone.
Tell me about yourself. Did I already ask this?
I am a scholar, though
Yeah.
it's a good life. I
Okay.
spend my...
Okay. What do you know about Chandler Ling?
Well, nothing really. I'd never heard of him before this. I heard what Jitong said about him, but that's about it. He seems decent enough, I suppose.
Slave traders?
Nothing. I've heard rumors in the past few months. The residents in the poor areas were getting worried, though I never knew anyone who disappeared. One of the girls I helped out in the poor area said her uncle had disappeared, but I never met him. She was devastated, of course, and she blamed the slavers. But it was all just speculation. No one had ever seen anyone being abducted. There wasn't even evidence of struggles or violence. I don't know what else to tell you.
People are disappearing, but there's no evidence of struggle. Huh. And the guy's men disappeared with no evidence other than their items showing back up again. People are disappearing.
I
It
understand.
might not be slavers.
If there's anything that might help you find the slave traders, I will gladly tell you. Please, don't give up until you've found them.
I want to go to the poor quarters and investigate this myself firsthand, but I don't think the game's going to let me do that. Where's this gate go? Nowhere.
Hello again. I don't mean to sound it. If you think it will help you find out what's going on, I'll gladly answer your questions. I wish there was something concrete. Whoever... Good.
Slave traders. If there's one thing I can't abide, it's slavers. We have to put an end to their trading.
Yeah, I know, Sky. I know. They killed your family or whatever.
So, you've thrown your lot in with those damn assassins. I don't sell buns to them or their friends.
Junda, don't go judging our potential customers, especially based on rumors. Besides, I saw you selling buns to an assassin just the other day.
That was different. He looked like he might, cause some trouble if I didn't offer him something. So, you buying any buns then? Yes, more questions. Are you sure I couldn't interest you in a bun? They're nice and fresh, or at least they were when we started talking.
Haha. No.
Go then. I have buns.
Don't mind.
Shut up. Still no information that's new from these two dorks. Well, this is the Black Panther School or whatever it's called. What is it? Black Leopard. Is the leopard... Oh, what's happening?
I must thank you for what you have done for my daughter. She has recovered, in a way. She has changed since the operation. As if she was a completely different person, and this person frightens me sometimes. I've seen her do things my daughter would never do. But she is still my daughter. Sometimes I see the pain behind her eyes before those other eyes come to replace them. Then I think that someday those new eyes will turn on me. Ah, my dear, I was just saying, I thank you for what you have done for us, and we must be going now. I apologize for everything.
Okay. So... that's pretty fucked up. Blacksmith shop, when did this... This wasn't here before, was it? So, like... So, his daughter is possessed by the new liver. Apparently. I mean, you put a mummy's liver in your daughter. What do you expect?
Welcome, welcome. Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? No, I suppose you don't quite look like one of their students. Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good selection and reasonable rates. Would you like to see what I have for sale?
Tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell, really. I've been working with the school for almost 20 years, like my father did before me. When they asked me to work for the school exclusively, I accepted. I'd rather have a steady life making weapons by the bunch than doing special orders all the time. And every once in a while, I get to make something unique. The masters have some amazing scrolls describing weapons I never even knew existed.
You're not going to live very long breathing coal smoke that thick all the time.
Here you go. There's quite a lot, so take your time.
But we'll look at what you have for sale. Yawn. Nope. Dragon Sword. I don't use drag. I don't use weapons. Sorry, I don't use... What am I trying to say? I'm out of it. Iron. I don't think I need... I think I already have iron. Yeah, in inventory, 1. Focus. Might as well. I've got the money. A little bit of a boost to focus. Yeah, I don't use sword attacks anymore. I've got that rifle that I use for my weapon. How much does it cost? It's... Whoa, that is pretty expensive. Goodbye.
Sipa sair ki unir, Juanurk shinro ni sipa.
You, what do you want? Unless you're here to get rid of the stupid old man, I don't have time for you now. Are you Tanner Fong? You mean the dead Tanner Fong? Yeah, I'm here for him. He's inside. Just get him out of here. This is my house, and he's supposed to stay dead. Hello, Elder Tanner Fong. What do you want? Did my son hire you to kick me out of my own home? I don't really care about you or your son. I'm being paid. So that's how this goes, is it? Who is paying you? My son, Shen? First, my son catches me sleeping and convinces everyone I've died. Then he gets the damn gravedigger to bury me. With all the real ghosts coming up out of their graves, no one wants to get close enough to find out the truth. That young bastard has stolen my life. Well, what's left of it. With no place to go and everyone running in fear from the ghost, where else could I go? I built this house from the ground up and I'm not about to let him take it from me. So you're saying that if you were dead for real, there wouldn't be any more problems? No. No need to get hasty on that. I never said all my problems will be solved. I could make it worth your while to see that this gets sorted out in my favor. But your son already took everything. But once we get it back, I'll make sure you get a good reward. I think I can kill both of them. I think. Let's go talk to your son. What are you doing? You're supposed to get rid of him. You buried him alive. He was as good as dead anyway. Look at him. The old fart doesn't have more than a year or two left anyway. Hey. Look, this doesn't have to end badly. It could work out very well for you, in fact. Just make him disappear, and I'll reward you well. Nobody needs their deceased relatives coming back and making trouble for the living, now do they? So you're asking me to kill him for real? I want him gone. I don't care how you do it. Then I guess Elder Fong has to die. You know what, dear? We'll see in so problem. I got a little messier than I hoped for, but as long as no one sees the blood, no one's suspicions should be raised. Now I have to dispose of the body. I'll get Shin to come by later and pick it up. Here's your money. I can't have you seen around here anymore. Please leave. Oh, I can't kill both of them. Oh well. I got some money and some dark side points at least. Hey, doggy. I promise I'm a good person, doggy. Don't pay any attention to that murder I just committed right in front of you. So I guess we'll head back to the Black Leopard School. In the next video.